And of course, it's a weekday morning. Lots of people are here in spirit, but can't be here in person. And there's lots of people taking action on global warming, taking action on the environment in lots of other places. Yesterday, I was in Rotherham, where people were protesting against fracking. And they'll be there again today. And I can see lots of anti-fracking badges. So let's have a really loud cheer and see if they can hear us in Rotherham. And one of the things I've been reflecting, I was also at Preston New Road recently and the Rosica Wood planning inquiry. Now let's take up a real challenge. Let's give them a cheer and see if they can hear us. So there are people today around the country working on these issues and related issues. And the fact is, we are winning. Things are changing really fast. I was just reflecting this morning, looking back at a blog I wrote 2 years ago, visiting Drax, which was the 10th anniversary of the huge occupation of Drax. And back then, if you can think back 12 years ago, the idea that we might have just been through more than 3 days, or almost 3 days, without any coal-fired electricity would have seemed unimaginable. So, you know, we've got a great hat over here, time to run with wind and sun. And that's what increasingly we are doing. And you think about fracking. If you think back to Balcombe, more than 5 years ago, the companies expected by then there would be a huge industry, a fracking industry in Britain. They have got precisely nowhere. And of course, not very far, a bit north of here, at Rydale, with a huge amount of local and regional resistance, they got precisely nowhere. So, sometimes we've all been reflecting on the fact that how often we have cold feet. And yeah, we know it's supposed to be spring, but it doesn't much feel like it. I know everyone here has over the years suffered from cold feet a lot. If you stand in places like this, you will suffer from cold feet. But you're doing it for a great cause. You're doing it for the future of Britain, the future of the world. And one of the things I think we're increasingly recognising is that this is not a case of we have to give things up to go green. Actually, we have been trashing the planet and creating a really miserable society at the same time. So many actions, if we think about things like giving everyone a warm, comfortable, affordable to heat home energy efficiency, it's an absolute no-brainer. It gives people jobs. It's huge numbers of small business opportunities up and down the country. It ensures that people don't get ill because their homes are cold. It tackles that absolute disgrace on the face of Britain, our excess winter deaths, which comes in large part from cold homes. Doing that, investing in public transport. Our buses have almost disappeared. Bring back the buses. That's good for people's lives, it's good for communities, and it's good for the environment. So there's so many things that we need to do, we can do, we have to do, that will make our lives better and will make the planet safe for the future. So this is what you're doing today. You know, there's a message here to the investors, to York, to the country, which says we are going to build a one-planet society, a society where people will live far better than they do now. And, you know, when we get to that point, you can all look back and say, there's all those times I remember, at Rydale, at Drax, at Preston New Road, I was part of making this happen. You are the future. Well done. Thank you.